What happened to the unpopular or bullied girl after high school? She got crippling social anxiety and major trust issues. It me. Yep, this. I don't have any friends. I don't know how to make them. Not sure I want to, but I know I should. I just don't trust anyone. Worst thing is I need friends and I just don't have them. Hate being alone and suffer a lot because of it. I put up a really large wall and pretend to be okay, but I'm just emotionless with people a lot of the time. I don't want to be this way, but I don't know what to do. I come in here thinking that I'm about to read like the most inspirational story and then this happens. That's reality for you. She committed suicide after struggling with mental health issues nearly her whole life. Wish that I had had the courage to reach out and talk to her, rather than just ignore her and stay in my own isolated bubble. I don't know if it would have changed anything, but it would have been nice to have known her a little better than just as the girl that was always pretty odd and alone and now gone forever. She ended up being valedictorian as well. She was incredibly smart, but nobody really knew that. A girl in my year was bullied relentlessly for being odd. Unfortunately, she had a very unstable home life and her mother suffered from fairly severe mental health issues. They had a very explosive relationship. One day during class she just couldn't suppress her feelings anymore. So she took a pair of scissors out of her bag and proceeded to cut off all of her hair. Right there at her desk. That was 8 years ago. To this day, she still lives at home with her mother and does some sort of art course at the local college. Things don't always get better for people when high school ends, but I hope she is doing okay. That's very sad. Also, I have a question: if anyone has an answer, why exactly is cutting hair such a common response to emotional or stressful breakdowns? I feel like I hear about it a lot. Is there a defined psychological reason? In any case, I hope things get better for her. Edit. So many good answers. The most common response is that it gives a sense of control, which I think makes sense. This makes me sad. I hope she's doing better. When I did community college, I spent little time at home, then later moved away in a relationship. She has hope. She will be okay. The last I heard, she was living on the streets. We've actually tried to track her down a few times over the years, but she appears to have disappeared. I truly hope she is doing better now. She was a really sweet girl. Other assholes kids would bully her for her weight, not realizing she came from an abusive foster home. Foster kids are disproportionately represented on my psych ward by a large margin. An incredibly underserved community that's invisible to most people. The amount of abuse, sexual or otherwise, is chilling. Many foster parents just like the government check. I want to have a couple kids the old-fashioned way, but I'd love to be a foster parent too. I also meet a lot of wonderful ones with kids they can't control. Fetal drug exposure and genetic mental illness are much more common in this population, for obvious reasons. Good foster parents are fucking saints. She got pregnant and now has 4 kids and 2 divorces at the age of 26. And this ain't a joke. I know this person. At least she got laid a few times. I work with a girl who is 26 and has 5 kids by 3 different baby daddies. I have no clue how she remains even pretending to be sane. Died of brain cancer. Shame too. She was going to get married. Just the sweetest young lady. This thread is not how I fucking wanted it to be. Was she unpopular and bullied because she had brain cancer side effects? She loved animals so much, like, for real, except furries weren't a thing back then. She raises and trains bald eagles now and is a complete, total badass. I love this happy ending. I hope my kids don't ever give up on their interests because of bullies. I was also a weird kid who loved animals to an extreme degree and kids were really mean about it. I was teased so much. I don't work with animals now, but I do have a lot of pets. Donate to conservation programs. And I'm a teacher who encourages kids to take care of the earth. Every day I hope that I'm making a difference. Love this. Exact reason why school should also be showing children how to accept themselves and to follow their dreams. I'm fine. Outwardly. Married to a wonderful man with 2 brilliant, beautiful children. Career I can work on in placeholder fashion while the kids are young but great potential for future developments. Internally I'm riddled with self-doubt, anxiety and depression. Always trying to please people. Surprised that people seem to like me, and anytime I see people talking in low tones to each other, my knee-jerk reaction is to think they're talking shit about me. I'm 37. Bullying leaves deep scars. I have that reaction too when people talk without me being able to hear or understand. I don't think I was bullied much but did have some issues growing up. Hope you get over yours. Second paragraph sounds about right. Adding in the if you're walking down the street and strangers laugh, the first reaction is that they're laughing at you. Huh, I don't remember writing this. Weird. That was me. I'm pretty much a recluse and I'm very wary of people. I have 2 close friends and we were all bullied in some way. About a year ago, one of the girls that bullied me invited me to a Mary Kay party. I told her no, but I was socially awkward. Had odd interest. I loved insects, was shy, and had some anxiety from my home life. I told her no. That's the best one should do. Additionally, prevent them from getting a job where they can harm other people. At the 10-year reunion, she was elegant. Is the first thing that comes to mind. Pretty yes, hot yes, but her elegance stood out for me. One committed suicide later in her 20s. I think that had more to do with her screwed up family than the bullying. The other is an amazing pharmaceutical scientist. I'm FB friends with her. She's still quirky, odd and not outwardly attractive, but she is happy and living her best life. Never married, though. Has been in a very long serious relationship and not sure why that ended. Continues to be very happy, though. Formerly bullied, perpetually single pharmaceutical chemist here. Give your friend a high five for me please. She lost a lot of weight, stopped dressing emo, and became very attractive. She's got a good sense of humor and pokes fun of herself, posting old pictures on FB for fun. That's the perfect response. First learn to improve yourself, then learn to love yourself, and finally learn to laugh at yourself. That was me, yay. Having a very sick mom with basically no income and messed up teeth meant I got bullied all of the time. I struggled with suicidal thoughts, attempts, went to therapy, and figured out that I needed to get the fuck away from that area to sort myself out. I went off very far away to college, graduated with my feet on the ground, found the job I love and am good at, and married the most amazing guy, oddly my crush throughout school from back home. We have a loving, middle-class life and home, and I've managed to get better looking since I got clear braces and stayed in shape. Unlike my peers, all I had to do was leave to realize that their little hate bubble was all they'd ever have. I've got a great job, a roof over my head, good health and friends who love me. She was bullied due to her crazy hair dye and unusual clothes. She went to beauty school, worked at a local beauty parlor for a couple of years, then opened her own place, then opened a couple more, then she married a banker and had a couple of kids and a grand house overlooking a lake. Funny how life works sometimes. I haven't seen her in years. She was technically popular, but the tides turned and she wasn't liked anymore. Last I saw, she had gained weight but in a healthier way. She recognized me, but I didn't at first. Seems to have calmed down and that's good, I am happy for her. There was an Irish girl who moved here who was bullied and killed herself, and it led to a lot of anti-bullying programs in the state. One of the things I heard from folks in the town was that back in Ireland she was one of the popular girls who was a big bully, and that the tables turning was what made it so hard that she opted for suicide. One of them got into a good college and has a good career as far as I know. The other one shot herself. Sadly, reading through this post, that's how it goes. She got proposed to at the place she always wanted, by me. I guess to an extent I understood why other people bullied her, but I don't think it's right. She's a wonderful and passionate person. Bullying someone because they're passionate about different things than you is absurd. I was the bullied one. Went through university battling depression, but made it in the end. Left the country. Finally found a job after a long search. Got bullied again by my boss, but eventually found a better job through building a good reputation and got promoted. Afterwards still some more struggle at work and an abusive relationship that I successfully left. Now I'm very happy. I have a stable job, a great apartment, an amazing boyfriend, and wonderful friends. Life truly gets better if you stand up again and again. You'll get stronger every time. She got super hot and married the prom king. Just kidding, she has 6 cats and works at the Dollar Tree. You mean she got contact lenses and untied her hair and then became super hot? Hey, super hot and married to the prom king and having 6 cats while working at the Dollar Tree are not mutually exclusive. Maybe the 6 cats are tigers and her job at Dollar Tree is that of an executive. She is doing amazing. I recently got back in touch with her and she is currently working on her doctorate in piano. She sent me a video of her playing. Whoa. She was rich. She was smart. But she was a real bitch. Now she's exorbitantly rich. Still smart and even more of a bitch than she used to be. Mind you, most people from my class and school are reasonably to quite successful in life nowadays and came from upper middle class to low upper class families. Most of them are university educated and the few that did live in poverty back in the day have escaped it. She simply had a head start in life and made sure to remind everyone about it every day. You sound jealous. She only had a small loan of $1 million. She sounds like she pulled herself up by her bootstraps. I refused to be in the yearbook. Changed my name. Cut off my hair. Changed every aspect of my appearance and personality. Nuked my social media and I'm hoping that in 20 years they'll have either forgotten I existed or assume I died. But how are you doing now? Hopefully happy or at least content. I'm hoping that in 20 years they'll have either forgotten I existed or assume I died. Me too. Me too. One has a life that's one disaster after another with illness and injury. One transitioned to male and it all made sense. Now he's super popular and successful. Would love to know more about the one that became male. How is he different now? Eating disorders, toxic relationships, early pregnancies, shit jobs, depression, anxiety, substance abuse, occasionally the will to stand up and say nope, not me, not anymore, and the hope and prayer that someone somewhere will help you. Because in reality it's not worth cutting every other human out of your life because you're bitter and want to prove you're strong. But you gotta be selective and spend a lot more time alone and depending on yourself. And stop confiding in people before you truly know them. Or maybe that's all just me, currently in the hope and pray stage. Speaking as the unpopular bullied girl, you get a good job and achieve more and earn more than your bullies, but the damage their bullying did leaves you with crippling depression that even therapy has trouble dealing with, so you're unable to enjoy anything you accomplish and praise feels hollow due to you feeling so used to being undermined. Well, there's multiple. One dropped out and had a kid with a 35-year-old. One got a good job and appears to make bank and seems super happy with her life. Really depends on the reason why they were unpopular, I guess. Oh, that's true. I never really thought about it that way. I don't know. Who keeps track of the people they went to high school with? Lot of people in this thread apparently. Facebook. The answer is Facebook. You don't keep track of them. It keeps track of them for you. I keep track of this hot girl Megan, stupid sexy wife. But no, we don't keep track of anyone aside from me seeing stuff on Facebook on occasion. I'm doing quite well married. Live in a great house. Have a job I still like after 20 years there, and my kid is kind of awesome. Suck it, Paul, I still hate you and would dance on your grave. That escalated quickly, but good on you.